Chris Weight Loss 5990. I'm back. Been about 8 months. 8 months since I ran. It wasn't a break. It was just a job matter. So, when you're laid off from your job January 31st this year, and 4 months later you're promised a job but never get it, and then let's say a few weeks later after that, close to 5 months, you get a job, but it's just too quick. And as I did get a job, it was in a warehouse, but in the office. It's pretty much the billing department. Whew. Lots of trucks today. Hopefully that means lots of shipments. Here we go. Let's go. Very clean area. It's my favorite part to run. But as I was saying, the last job I did receive, it was a little too quick. But I did get a job where I handled all the company's billing. It was a new company, and I did all their billing, mainly accounts receivable. And I'm grateful I worked there because I learned QuickBooks, but at the same time, I left at perfect timing because, well, the owner, since it was a new company, very small, I want to say 8 months in to that business, the owner had very little to no or short funds to pay his employees. And unfortunately, when it came to payday, he would either short pay us or not pay us at all, or we'd have to wait the following week, a few days later, and just literally end up begging for our check or remainder amount of our check. Take a little walk break. Been a while since I ran, so you can imagine what it's like to run back in 8 months. But as I was explaining, when you're struggling to find a job in this bad economy, it's nearly impossible, especially the good ones. But the ones that are willing to pay very, very low, like I'm talking about $10, $15 lower from what I'm used to making, then it's semi-easier. But you'll be working a lot harder, getting paid a lot less. It's not worth it. So through this little company that I did get hired, I'd say about close to a month ago, because I just started working at a new job about a month ago, and next week will be my first month. And aside of that, I left at the right time, the last job, and got to the point where he ended up losing all his employees, his truck drivers, his dispatch, department that scheduled pickup and delivery appointments, along with myself. I was the first one to leave, and after that, everybody just started following right behind me because they knew this is not right, and legally it's illegal, and it's nothing anyone can live with on a daily basis, let alone weekly or bi-weekly basis when it does come to that payday mark. And yeah, I just recommend don't ever work for these people. I will put their name out there because they just have a bad reputation and a bad history of the way they've treated their employees when it comes to paying them on time, as well as randomly calling them off work 11 o'clock p.m. Oh, can't show up at work, and it's 11 p.m. and you're ready to go to work the next day. But yeah, it's nothing I could really work with because I've never experienced this type of environment before, never will, and I'm glad I left. After I did resign, I had explained to them in person their wrongdoings. They ended up apologizing me, literally telling me, "We are sorry," and everything I said, I was 100% right. Let's get back to running. That was a pretty long walk, but yeah. The company's name is 360 Global Transportation. I do not recommend working for them. If you do consider working for them, I recommend you read their reviews. That will pretty much say it all. Let's head back. Whew. Not really that hot. It has cooled down quite a bit, but for the most part, it's the perfect weather to run. Perfect. You'll break a sweat, yes, but it's a good sweat. You feel good about it. So let's go. All right, take a little walk break. It's good to take breaks, a little more than usual, especially when you haven't ran for 8 months. But it does feel good. It feels good to run again. But after I left, Told them what I had to tell them. I ended up working at a new job the very next following day, which I'm still grateful for because it keeps the income flowing. But for the pay, I don't I don't really recommend it, and the amount of work that you have to do. 'Cause I've done similar work, paid a lot more. I do recommend when you do pass by these freight trucks, they have their engines on, just hold your breath and then just run past them, so that you don't take in their smog or emission coming out of the tailpipes. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm grateful where I'm at, but I am looking for greater opportunities, which I believe I did find one. They reached out back to me today after I sent my application yesterday. It's about $30 an hour, great pay to start, and it's definitely something, part of the industry I don't have experience in, but I do want to learn about it. And for that high pay to start, I'm willing to give it my all, and just stay there for long term. Despite the environment it is, I'm willing to work with my 110% effort every day. So, yeah, really that's where I'm at. And I do miss running these routes. But so far, that's the update I have for today. Hope you enjoyed this run as much as I did. It's been a while. It has been a very long while. Today we're only running 2 miles. Maybe later this week we'll run 4. But give it a little break.